Welcome to Words with Bill Uncle. Today we're going to look at the argument sheet. So I remember someone coming in one day and saying, I never get into any arguments. Oh, really? You have no differences of opinions with other people and you want to get your thoughts across and they want to get theirs across? What do you mean you don't have any arguments? Well, today we're going to look at arguments. We're going to look at what they accomplish, if anything, and where do they come from. So I simply call it the argument sheet. So an argument, of course, is when two people have a different opinion about one subject or one thought. And of course, I think my opinion is the right one, and they think their opinion is the right one. Well, of course. And I want you to believe my opinion, and you want me to believe your opinion. So let me ask you a question. Do arguments ever accomplish anything? Do they ever solve a problem? No? No, of course not. What an argument does normally, it simply sometimes escalates from an argument, maybe even into a fight. And in a fight, of course, one wants to win and the one will win and the other will lose. So tell me, what happens to a relationship between two friends that get into an argument? Does it come closer together or does it go further apart? You're right. It goes further apart. So an argument breaks up a good, healthy relationship because it's an issue of one wanting to win and the other wanting to win. One wins and the other loses. And so the relationship goes further apart. So whether it's a business relationship or a marriage or a sibling relationship or a school relationship or a friend relationship, arguments are often at the center of breaking up good, healthy relationships. So why do we get into arguments? Well, number one, let's look at where we're coming from. You see, each one of us speaks from our own particular belief system. Now, that belief system was instilled in us when we were infants and children. Our parents, our caregivers, they instilled in us things like what's right, what's wrong, how to behave, how not to behave. How do you act in the presence of seniors or women or men or elders or whatever it might be? And so we developed a belief system during our formative years. And many of us don't even remember those formative years much. We don't remember what we were taught specifically, but it was impressed on us. It's in our subconscious, and we are still using that. That still drives us in our beliefs, in our thoughts of what's right and wrong and how to behave, etc., etc., etc. So let's look at this. So let's say person A is speaking about a certain subject. They are speaking from their belief system, and they are bringing in their belief system into this discussion. Person B is interpreting what person A is saying from their belief system. And their belief systems can be totally different. So, of course, the interpretation is coming from another belief system, and therefore we have difference of opinion, and sometimes we escalate that into arguments that never accomplish anything. So it's important that we focus, instead of on trying to win the other person over to my point of view, focus on learning to understand where the other person is coming from. We need to learn to respect them, respect their opinions. Listen now listen to this carefully, a non-judgmental attitude. Oh my, how we love to judge. You know, the Bible says, judge not, or you'll be judged by the same degree that you judge others. Don't judge. So try to listen with a non-judgmental attitude, but listen instead with an understanding attitude. Help me to understand why you think the way you think, why you feel the way you feel, and why you behave the way you behave. It's important for us to understand the other person. And you see, when we take the time to listen carefully, and you know, God gave us how many ears? 2, you said, right? How many mouths? 1? Which one gets us into trouble? Oh, the mouth, eh? Well, that means, if he gave us 2 ears, maybe we should be using these more often. The Bible does talk to us about being slow to speak and quick to listen. More time listening and less time speaking. And when we listen to somebody, we will earn their respect because we are valuing them. We're saying to them, listen, help me to understand you. What you're saying is, I'm valuing your feelings, I'm valuing your thoughts, I'm valuing you for who you are. And then you will be able to have a healthy, productive dialogue with that individual. So you establish an atmosphere in your relationship then where you both feel, now listen to these words carefully, safe, secure, and comfortable. You don't feel that someone's going to stab you in the back or take advantage of you. That you have the openness to share from your heart, from your mind, your feelings, your thoughts, etc., and you're not going to be judged. That way, you will be transparent with each other. That way, instead of getting into an argument and trying to get your way, you'll be developing problem-solving techniques, and you'll come up with a solution to the problem that there is between the two of you, instead of leaving an argument feeling angry at each other. And so remember to take the time to listen to one another rather than telling them what they should think, feel, and how they should behave. Understand who they are, where they're coming from, and why they are like they are. And hopefully they will do the same for you. And your relationship will come closer together instead of going further apart. These have been Words with Bill Uncle. Do join us again.